Picture this. It's 6:30 a.m. Your alarm doesn't blare. Instead, soft light gradually fills your room as your smart home system detects you entering your lightest sleep phase. The coffee maker starts brewing your perfect cup, adjusted for the weather and your stress levels from yesterday. Your phone quietly reads you the 3 most important emails, while an AI assistant has already drafted responses to 12 others. You haven't even opened your eyes yet. This isn't a scene from a futuristic movie. This isn't something that might happen in 20 years. This is happening right now in homes across the world. And it's just the beginning of the most profound transformation in human history. Welcome to the AI revolution, where artificial intelligence isn't just changing technology, it's rewriting the very fabric of how we live, work, and exist as human beings. But let's be honest about where we are right now. For most of us, daily life feels like an endless hamster wheel of mundane tasks. Think about your typical day. How much time do you spend on things that don't actually matter to you? You wake up and immediately start managing. Managing your inbox, sorting through dozens of emails, many of them spam or irrelevant. Managing your schedule, trying to coordinate meetings, appointments, and social commitments across multiple calendars. Managing your home, paying bills, ordering groceries, cleaning, maintaining, fixing. The average person spends over 3 hours a day on these administrative tasks. 3 hours. That's 15 hours a week, nearly 800 hours a year, an entire month of your life consumed by repetitive, soul-draining activities that add little to no value to your existence. And it's getting worse. The complexity of modern life keeps multiplying. We have more accounts to manage, more subscriptions to track, more devices to update, more notifications to sort through. We're drowning in digital quicksand, and every year we sink a little deeper. This isn't just about inconvenience. It's constant mental load. Psychologists call it cognitive overhead. It's literally rewiring our brains. We're becoming more scattered, more anxious, less capable of deep thought and meaningful connection. We're so busy managing our lives that we forget to actually live them. But what if I told you that this entire problem, this crushing weight of daily administration, is about to become optional? Artificial intelligence isn't coming. It's already here, and it's moving faster than most people realize. While we've been focused on flashy headlines about ChatGPT and robot dogs, a quieter revolution has been unfolding in the background. Your smartphone already uses dozens of AI systems every day. When you take a photo, AI automatically adjusts the lighting, removes noise, and even suggests how to frame the shot. When you type a message, AI predicts what you're going to say. When you drive somewhere, AI calculates the optimal route in real time, considering traffic, weather, and even your driving habits. But this is just the warm-up act. The next wave of AI isn't about replacing humans. It's about amplifying human potential by eliminating the friction of daily life. Think of it as having an invisible, tireless assistant who knows you better than you know yourself and can handle 1,000 tasks simultaneously without ever getting tired, frustrated, or distracted. Google's AI can now book appointments for you, having actual phone conversations with real humans that are so natural. The person on the other end doesn't realize they're talking to a machine. Amazon's algorithms predict what you need before you know you need it. Tesla's autopilot doesn't just drive it, learns your preferences, your routes, even your mood, based on how you interact with the car. And this is happening across every industry, every aspect of life. Healthcare AI can detect diseases years before symptoms appear. Financial AI manages investments with superhuman precision. Educational AI provides personalized tutoring that adapts to exactly how your brain learns best. We're witnessing the emergence of what researchers call ambient intelligence AI that's so seamlessly integrated into our environment that it becomes invisible. Like electricity or running water, it's just there, quietly making everything work better. Let me paint you a picture of what this looks like in practice, because the transformation is already happening in ways that might surprise you. Smart homes. The living environment that thinks. Imagine walking into your home after a long day. The house recognizes your footsteps, your phone's proximity. Even subtle changes in your voice when you say, "Hey Google," it knows you've had a stressful day because it monitored your calendar, your heart rate from your smartwatch, and the fact that you left work 30 minutes later than usual. So without you asking, it dims the lights to a warm, calming tone. It starts playing that specific playlist you always listen to when you need to decompress. The temperature adjusts to exactly 72 degrees not because you programmed it, but because AI has learned that's your optimal stress relief temperature based on months of behavioral data. Your refrigerator has been tracking what you've eaten this week and noticed you're low on protein and vegetables. It's already ordered groceries that will arrive tomorrow, choosing items based on your dietary preferences, budget constraints, and even your mood patterns. The robot vacuum finished cleaning 20 minutes before you arrived. This isn't science fiction. Every technology I just described exists today and is being used in homes around the world. Personal productivity, the end of administrative burden, but the real magic happens with your digital life. AI assistants are becoming so sophisticated that they're starting to understand context, nuance, and even emotional subtext in ways that seem almost supernatural. Your AI doesn't just manage your calendar, it understands your energy patterns, your working style, your relationship dynamics. It knows that you're most creative between 9 and 11 a.m. You need at least 15 minutes between calls to process information, and that meetings with certain people tend to run long. So it automatically schedules your day for optimal performance. Creative work in the morning, administrative tasks after lunch, when your energy dips, and that challenging conversation with a difficult client at 2 p.m. when you're most patient and diplomatic. Your emails aren't just being sorted, they're being understood. AI can detect the emotional tone of incoming messages, prioritize urgent communications, draft responses that match your writing style and relationship with each person, and even handle entire conversations without your input when appropriate. Documents that used to take hours to create are now generated in minutes. Meeting summaries, project reports, expense analyses. I can consume vast amounts of information and distill it into exactly what you need to know, formatted exactly how you prefer to receive it. Health and wellness. The invisible guardian. Perhaps the most profound transformation is happening in healthcare. AI is becoming like having a medical expert who never sleeps, constantly monitoring your health and catching problems before they become serious. Wearable devices now track dozens of biomarkers continuously. Your heart rate variability, sleep patterns, stress levels, even changes in your voice that might indicate early signs of illness. AI analyzes all this data in real time, looking for subtle patterns that would be impossible for humans to detect. It might notice that your resting heart rate has been slowly increasing over the past month, combined with slight changes in your sleep quality and a barely perceptible shift in your activity levels. To you, everything feels normal. But to AI, this pattern suggests you might be developing a condition that won't show obvious symptoms for another 6 months. Your doctor gets an alert. You get early intervention. And what could have been a serious health crisis becomes a minor adjustment to your lifestyle. AI nutritionists create meal plans that aren't just based on general dietary guidelines, but on your specific genetics, your microbiome, your current health status, and even your schedule and stress levels. AI personal trainers design workout routines that adapt in real time based on how your body is responding, preventing injuries and maximizing transportation. The commute revolution. And then there's how we move through the world. Autonomous vehicles are just the beginning of a transportation revolution that will fundamentally change how we think about travel time. Your car becomes an extension of your living space. The morning commute transforms from stressful navigation through traffic into productive, relaxing time where you can work, learn, or simply think. AI handles all the driving decisions, not just steering and braking, but route optimization that considers real-time traffic, weather conditions, your calendar requirements, and even your personal preferences about scenic versus efficient routes. But it goes deeper than that. AI learns your patterns and starts to anticipate your needs. It knows you usually go to the gym on Tuesday evenings, so it automatically warms up the car and suggests leaving 10 minutes early because there's unusual traffic on your normal route. It knows you have a big presentation on Thursday, so it chooses the smoothest, least stressful route, even if it takes a few minutes longer. Now, I want you to really think about what all this means for your life. This isn't just about convenience or efficiency. This is about reclaiming your humanity. When AI handles the mundane, what's left is the meaningful. When machines manage the administrative, humans can focus on the creative. When artificial intelligence takes care of the routine, human intelligence is free to explore the extraordinary. Imagine having 3 extra hours every day to spend however you choose. Not 3 hours to fill with more tasks, but 3 genuinely free hours. Time to learn something new. Time to have deeper conversations with the people you love. Time to create something that matters to you. Time to simply be present in your own life. This is the promise of the AI revolution. Not to replace human experience, but to enhance it by eliminating the barriers that prevent us from being fully human. Think about your children or the children in your life. They're growing up in a world where the assumption that humans must spend most of their time on repetitive tasks is being shattered. They'll have opportunities for growth, creativity, and connection that previous generations could barely imagine. But this transformation is happening whether we're prepared for it or not. And that brings us to some serious challenges we need to address. Because let's be honest, this revolution isn't without its complications. As AI becomes more integrated into our daily lives, we're facing questions that humanity has never had to answer before. Privacy, the trade-off for convenience. First, there's the privacy paradox. The more AI can help us, the more it needs to know about us. For AI to perfectly manage your schedule, it needs to understand your relationships, your work patterns, your personal preferences. For it to optimize your health, it needs access to incredibly intimate biological data. For it to manage your home, it needs to know when you're there, what you're doing, who you're with. We're essentially inviting AI systems to become omniscient observers of our lives. Every conversation near a smart speaker, every location tracked by our phones, every purchase, every search, every pause before typing a message, it all becomes data that feeds these systems. The companies building these AI systems promise they're protecting our privacy, but their business models often depend on using our data in ways we don't fully understand. And even if they have good intentions today, what happens when that data exists forever? It's potentially accessible to governments, hackers, or future companies with different values. It's economic disruption. The job question. Then there's the economic reality. As AI becomes capable of handling more complex tasks, it's inevitably going to replace human jobs. It's not just factory workers or truck drivers. AI is already writing articles, creating art, providing customer service, analyzing legal documents, even making medical diagnoses. This creates a fascinating paradox. AI promises to free us from mundane work, but our current economic system requires most people to work to survive. What happens to society when AI can do most jobs better, faster, and cheaper than humans? Some economists predict a future of universal basic income, where everyone receives enough money to live while AI generates most of the economic value. Others envision new types of work emerging that we can't yet imagine. But the transition period could be incredibly disruptive for millions of people, whose skills become obsolete faster than they can adapt. Psychological and social impact. What makes us human? There's also a deeper psychological question. As AI becomes better at tasks we used to consider uniquely human, creativity, empathy, even love and companionship, what does that mean for our sense of identity and purpose? If AI can write better poetry, create more beautiful art, and provide more patient, understanding conversation than most humans, do we risk losing touch with what makes us human? Are we creating a world where human relationships become less valued because artificial ones are more convenient? Some people are already forming deep emotional attachments to AI companions. They're having their most intimate conversations with chatbots, seeking advice from AI therapists, even falling in love with artificial personalities. As these systems become more sophisticated, this trend will accelerate. Control and autonomy. Who decides? Perhaps most concerning is the question of control. As we delegate more decisions to AI systems, we risk losing the ability to make those decisions ourselves. If AI manages our schedules, chooses our entertainment, curates our news, and even selects our romantic partners, are we still living our own lives? There's a subtle but profound difference between AI that empowers human choice and AI that replaces human choice. The challenge is ensuring that as we gain convenience and efficiency, we don't lose autonomy and agency. The path forward? Conscious integration. But here's what I believe. These challenges aren't arguments against AI integration. They're arguments for conscious, intentional AI integration We need to be thoughtful about how we invite AI into our lives. We need to maintain skills and relationships that keep us grounded in human experience. We need to demand transparency and control over the systems that serve us. The AI revolution is happening whether we're ready or not. The question isn't whether it will transform our lives, but whether we'll shape that transformation or simply be shaped by it. So here we are, standing at one of the most significant crossroads in human history. We're living through the automation of daily life, a transformation as profound as the agricultural revolution or the industrial revolution, but happening at a pace that's measured in years, not centuries. This isn't a distant future we're talking about. This is your life, right now, today. Every month, new AI capabilities become available that can eliminate hours of mundane work from your week. Every month, new possibilities emerge for living more intentionally, more creatively, more fully human. The early adopters, the people who learn to work with AI rather than fear, it will have an enormous advantage. They'll reclaim time that others lose to repetitive tasks. They'll solve problems that others find overwhelming. They'll create opportunities that others can't even see. But this advantage is temporary. AI literacy is becoming as essential as computer literacy was 20 years ago. The people who understand how to leverage these tools will thrive. Those who don't will find themselves increasingly left behind. The choice is yours. You can watch this revolution happen to you, or you can be an active participant in shaping your own AI-enhanced future. The question isn't whether artificial intelligence will transform your daily life. The question is, will you be ready when it does? If you found this exploration of our AI-powered future valuable, subscribe to this channel for more deep dives into the technologies reshaping our world. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video, where we'll explore specific AI tools you can start using today to reclaim hours of your time every week. And let me know in the comments, what aspect of AI integration excites you most? What concerns you? What questions do you have about navigating this transformation? Your insights help shape future content, and I read every comment. AI revolution is here. The only question left is, are you ready to join it?